Having the Etsy bestseller badge on one or more of your Etsy products is the ultimate goal for Etsy sellers because quite simply, it means you're making a good amount of sales on that product. In this video, I'm going to share with you how the Etsy bestseller badge works and how to actually get it for your shop. First, what is it? The Etsy bestseller badge is a small icon that's placed next to certain items in the Etsy marketplace, in search results, and on the product itself. This is an indicator that the product has had a good amount of sales in the past 6 months. It's kind of the holy grail of success for Etsy sellers because it means this product is something people really want and they buy it again and again. You can have an Etsy bestseller badge on multiple items in your shop, and then multiple items within a different category will also have bestseller badges, maybe from different sellers. The badge itself is a little bit of a mystery in terms of how you can actually earn it. Etsy does not reveal how many products you have to sell to get this badge or what the threshold is for actually making bestseller with any product, because it does seem to vary product to product and category to category. Etsy has always kept the details of the bestseller program a top secret, and they've kept this qualifying information under wraps. Now, some people have said to get the bestseller badge, you have to have a certain conversion rate or a specific amount of sales on a particular product. But keep in mind, all of this is just guessing because truthfully, Etsy has never outlined the criteria and never disclosed exactly the step-by-steps to get bestseller. So here's what we do know. When hovering over the bestseller badge icon on a product, it states that the product has had a high volume of sales within the past 6 months. A bestseller badge is a listing that converts really well right now in the Etsy search. So in order to get bestseller, you need to have a product that is selling often, and for something to sell often, it has to be something that a lot of people are searching for. So a bestseller product is also a bit of a numbers game. You need to be in a high search volume, high competition niche. It's also worth mentioning that bestseller badges are not permanent. This is an ongoing badge you get for a certain time period. So even if you have a popular item that currently has a bestseller badge on Etsy, but your item sales slow down, or let's say your product is holiday focused and the season passes, you might have that bestseller badge actually disappear from your product. But don't worry about this too much. It's very normal, and this happens to everyone. As an experienced Etsy seller with over 13,000 sales, I can say that I've had a lot of bestseller badges come and go, and they do help you make more sales, but it's not the end all be all in your shop. So why are bestseller badges important if you don't even get to keep them forever? They're important because having a bestseller badge not only helps your shop's rankings overall improve, but it conveys a certain degree of trust to potential buyers because they see other people are buying the product. So it essentially helps you create more demand for your product, because if people can see others are buying it, they're more likely to buy something that seems trustworthy and acceptable to all the other shoppers. I also think there's a little bit of FOMO involved, because when people see that bestseller badge and in 20 people's carts and other similar Etsy icons, they kind of think to themselves, oh, well, I don't want to miss out on getting one of these if it's really popular. Okay, and one more quick note about the Etsy bestseller badge before I get into the steps on how you can get it, is that this is different than being an Etsy star seller. And this is actually easier to achieve, I think, than star seller. Good reviews overall help you get the Etsy star seller badge and can help you with the Etsy bestseller badge, but star seller is a different opportunity that Etsy rolled out in 2021. Etsy buyers want a product and a seller that they can trust. The star seller badge's purpose is to let Etsy shoppers know that you are trustworthy, that you have a good history with other customers. This badge tells customers that you respond to messages quickly, you resolve issues, and if you are a physical product seller, that you ship your orders on time as promised. Etsy will not give you the star seller badge if buyers have filed complaints about you or about your store. In addition, the star seller badge shows buyers that you are consistent. So to get that star seller badge, Etsy sellers must have consistently excellent customer service, consistently good 5-star reviews, and consistently make sales over a rolling 3-month period. That being said, I wouldn't worry too much if you are not a star seller yet, or you've had star seller and didn't make it every single 3 months, every time, or even if you're new, and here's why. Buyers don't really know yet what the Etsy Star Seller badge means. It's a new program. It's only been out less than 2 years, And Etsy has not really done a lot to educate their buyers on what it means. So customers are seeing it, but they don't know why they need to know about it yet. So I will say the customers don't know how Star Seller is relevant to them. It's also easy to get and easy to lose. To hit that threshold on Etsy, you just need to make 5 sales a month, totaling in over $300 in sales over the 3-month qualification period. And because that's not all that hard to get, I think what we are going to see in the future is essentially almost all the Etsy listings have the Star Seller badge on them in those first 1 to 2 pages of customer results that most of the customers are going to click through. So it's not going to mean much because everyone on the first couple of pages of Etsy search results all have Star Seller. On the other hand, I've also missed making Star Seller in some of my very successful Etsy shops solely because I didn't reply to a customer message that I completely forgot about within those first 24 hours. So there are some criteria to meeting Star Seller. It is different than the Bestseller badge. Obviously, striving for both is great, but don't put too much weight on trying to become a Star Seller. Instead, I would focus on getting Bestseller badges, which are far more directly linked to your Etsy sales and your success on Etsy. So let's talk about how to get your Etsy Bestseller badges. As an Etsy seller, the only ways to improve your chances of getting Bestseller badges on your product is to increase the odds of making a sale. While you can't force customers to buy your products, there are some things that you can do to make your shop and your products more appealing and increase those sales chances. First, you can increase the number of products you have available for sale in your shop. Having dozens of listings in your Etsy shop is really, really important for Etsy success because it gives buyers more of an opportunity to buy from you. So not only can they buy multiple items from your shop, but you are going to get more traffic. So if you're a new shop, starting with 15 to 20 listings as soon as you can get there is great. But as you get more experience, you're going to want to increase that number of products in your shop to over 100 products because this is going to help increase the number of times you show up in Etsy search results, creating more traffic for you, therefore increasing your odds of making a sale. Second, get great reviews. So this kind of goes along with Star Seller a little bit, but people want to know that they can trust you. And that's why getting positive reviews are important, because if people feel they can trust you, they're more likely to buy from you. Getting 5-star reviews is actually really simple. You need to provide a great customer service experience. If you make a mistake, make it right for the customer and make your products easy for people to use and enjoy. You can also invite your customers to leave a review in your message to buyers or in the order emails or messages that you send them. All right, third, have stellar Etsy SEO. This is the big one. In order to get more traffic to your shop, therefore increase your chances of sales, you need to use long tail keywords that have high search volume but low competition. So if your keyword is gold earrings and gold jewelry, you might get lost in the sea of search results because gold earrings has, hundreds of thousands of search results on Etsy, so it's hard to even show up at the top of the search. However, if you say large gold hoop earrings and platinum gold wedding jewelry, these are long tail keywords and the odds of appearing at the top of the keyword searches are going to increase. So because anytime someone types large gold hoop earrings into the Etsy search bar, your jewelry is going to appear on the top of the page for that. Because you have chosen a more specific keyword, you are going to get more traffic to your shop. Now, another way that you can increase your odds of getting bestseller is through improving your photos. The photos of your items on Etsy can literally make or break your success. Think about your own buying habits. Honestly, when was the last time that you bought anything on the internet with a blurry or bad photo? Photos are essential to making that sale. People want to know exactly what they're buying, or they're just going to move on to something that might be an identical product, but one with better photos. The top Etsy sellers all have high quality photos. This is kind of the baseline standard that you now have to achieve to be successful on Etsy. And it's good for you and it's good for your customers. So if you want to sell more products on Etsy, high quality photos are really not up for negotiation. This also applies to digital items, print on demand. If you are selling anything digital, printable, print on demand, and the products are not selling the way that you hoped, you need to take a look at your graphics or mockups to see how you can improve them. A lot of times it may be that the product, the digital or printable product, may not feel real enough, or the design is kind of just disappearing into the mockup. Etsy also gives you the opportunity to use 10 photos and 1 video in every single listing. You should make sure that you're maximizing the space and really using all of these options. And even if you sell digital, you can create short animation videos in Canva or similar software to make your products come to life. You could even film lifestyle content that shows your printable products being physically printed out on someone's printer, hung up in a frame, or used at a party, or however your products are intended to be used. Bringing in your own traffic is also another way that you can increase your odds of becoming a bestseller, because any traffic that you can bring to your shop is going to help you increase your sales. That might be from social media, from your email list, or a blog, for example. Now, I actually recommend that you focus in on learning SEO and really making the most of the 90 million shoppers that are available on Etsy before putting all your time and effort into social media. But if you have that audience there on social, it is a great way to bring in more customers yourself and give your shop a boost, especially if your shop is new. In short, there is no way to know exactly how you're going to get bestseller or how close your product is to getting that bestseller badge, because Etsy does not tell us what number of sales you need on a product to get that badge. Your best bet is to position yourself for better sales overall, and that is going to help you achieve those badges through great SEO, great photos, great customer service, and actively seeking out your customer reviews. I hope this clears up any questions you have about how to get Etsy's bestseller badge on your products. And if you want to learn more about being successful on Etsy, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel.